Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you've got less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help you get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Today, we're featuring the Chit Chat Queen. This is somebody who's been with us time and time again here at Tuber Chat and has been an unbelievable supporter. So when I see channels that are doing more than is expected, reaching out, giving more than they expect to receive, I can't help but want to feature them in some way and put a little bit of focus on them. The Chit Chat Queen has been uplifting, inspirational, and motivational during her time with Tuber Chat to other creators, and so we wanted to make sure we got a little bit of focus on her as we started the day. So thank you very much for joining. I see a lot of familiar faces here. Patty Moore Show, I don't know if you managed to make it back, but you were very, very early today. JD Knight, unfortunately, may not be able to come in. We'll see what happens. Yoga with Mo, thanks for coming in. Angela Queen 2004. D Turner Gaming is back with us again. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey. Luckily, I managed to make your live this morning for a few minutes again. Kira Welton, my BFF forever, is of course here. The Hoops Family Network is always in the house. Kristen Welton, my love. And the Triplet family, thank you for coming in. So right before I get to featuring channels today, we noticed a little bit of a glitch yesterday, and if you've been visiting a lot of live streams over the last 24 to 48 hours, you may have seen some trouble in some of the live streams with comments in the chat being marked either as spam or held for review. And this, unfortunately, happened to the Triplet family with us even today. So what I'm going to do is show you quickly how to, we're going to try something and see if this solves the problem for them. Every message that the Triplet family has been giving us yesterday and today has been held for review, and a moderator has to approve it. So what you can do is go into your YouTube studio, go into your settings, and under community, you'll find the areas where you can have a extra long banned list of words to keep your chat clean and make the job easier on the moderators, as well as you have your list of moderators there, and then you have hidden users who are blocked. When I look at the banned words list, you can see I've put a lot of the stuff in here. You can't use the word subscriber or subscribers or let's go, let's grow, all the common things that get marked as spam in these chats. So we're able to dance around it and find other ways. There's obviously the hidden users, the moderators, and then like I said, there's approved users, and if there's any luck, the Triplet family is going to come right up. There they are. So I've added them into my approved users, and then if there's any luck for the rest of the day, anything that they leave in the chat will not have to be moderated. I will rely on Kristen to let me know. She's just in the next room, of course, with me. And we'll see how that goes. Average Joe PT, thanks for coming in. Pretty Chocolate Girl, it's always nice to see you. You've been back with us time and time again. So let's get to Yoga with Mo. Yoga with Mo's been back with us time and time again as well here in Tuber Chat, and is aggressively growing her channel. So I hope that if you haven't already had a chance to connect with her, you will. I've mentioned this yesterday when she was here, but she's got a few featured channels. This is a wonderful collaboration that you can do with people, and I do it myself personally as well as here on Tuber Chat. We have, as of today, recognized some of the people who have been generous enough to give us a spot in their featured channels list. It is not limited to only 10 channels. You can add much more. I don't know if there's a limit, so forgive me. Maybe I'll look into that at some point. But right now on my personal channel, I have many, many more. And I trade with a few different people, including Izzy Life Vlogs. But a few of the people who have made this arrangement with, or who have featured us, have been added into our featured list now, and I'll show you in just a second. But she's got Brown Girl Bella in there, and Vern's Junk Closet, who I speak of highly all the time. It's a great idea for the algorithm. What you're basically saying is the channels that you vouch for and represent on the front of your page are worthy of being featured by you. And then when those channels in turn, hopefully some of them, are featuring you as well, it speaks volumes about your character and your channel. that you are worthy of being featured by them. So I'll just give you a quick look at ours and what we've done so far. But that's a great arrangement that you can make with other creators. So on Tuber Chat, of course, I have myself there, but I've got the Hoops Family Network and Cooking with Q. But recently I found out that Nails by Nicole had us featured, as did It's Me Wanston Yes Honey, who always shares us out as well, and then MJ&J Family Mukbang. So they've been added. When you have more than 10 channels in this list, YouTube randomly rotates between them. So every time somebody comes to your page, they see a different combination within those channels. So it's, like I said, a great arrangement that you can make with other creators, and something that I hope you'll take advantage of. As well, feel free to make arrangements with each other, first of all, to do the featured channel swap, as well as to arrange playlists for each other. And actually, if you'd like, if anybody wants to know, then I will give you a quick look at how to add featured channels to your front page. So just leave me a message in the chat. I'm always behind, but I'll get to it in a little while. And when I do, I will give you a quick look at how to do it. I just added those few channels onto ours today. So Angela Queen 2004 is another creator that's been back with us again and again, is connected with me personally, and we have swapped playlists with each other, so I know that she's willing to do that. That kind of arrangement can really help your watch hours, and it's very simple. The way that it works is you simply run a playlist of videos for another creator, and they in turn run a playlist of videos for you. So you can imagine if you have a playlist that's 5 or 10 or 20 or more hours, and you get a lot of people running that playlist for you, your watch hours can really stack up. We need 4,000 to get to monetization, if that's something that's a goal for you. Okay, unfortunately, my trick didn't work, adding in the triplet family to the approved users. So, I wonder if there's something I can do about that. Let me ask the triplet family, would you please just say anything in the chat right now? I'm going to try approving it myself and see if that helps. So moderators, leave triplet family just for a moment. There we go. Okay, I showed one of their messages. So moderators, if you don't mind, go back to approving them if you need to. But I just wanted to give it a try. I'm on the wrong account anyway here. Of course I am. Sorry, we'll do it one more time. Forgive me. I just want to try to not only fix this problem, but I want to show you how to do it if we can get it right. So let me refresh. I was supposed to be in the right account. Let me make sure I'm on the right account on the right page to approve that. So triplet family, if you want to send one more quick message, and I'll try to approve it myself and see if that does anything for us to try to improve the situation. There we go. Good morning to you too. Thank you very much for that. And then moderators, if you don't mind, if that didn't solve the problem, then we'll just keep doing it. Triplet family, it's not you. There's lots of people who are having this glitch over the last couple of days on in YouTube live streams. We don't know what the story is. So we're just going to have to fight through it, and I'm sure it will improve itself in the next several days. So D Turner Gaming is back with us again. D Turner Gaming is actually going to be featured, I think, tomorrow, because they're a channel that's been back again and again with us. As I've said, they're very close to the Hoops Family Network, where I originally connected with them. I believe I'm connected to D Turner Gaming on my own personal channel, as well as here with Tuber Chat. So occasionally I will drop messages in the chat from my personal account in case you want to connect with me. My name is Kevin K. And D Turner Gaming is somebody I've been connected to for a long time. So you got a banner happening up there. You got all your links. Like I said, the Hoops Family Network, it's good to see them featured with you. Oh, you do have Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. So I'll tell you what, now what we're going to do right this second then is I am going to show you how to add a featured channel to your list. So I've gone to D Turner Gaming's front page, and I'm going to grab the URL out of the top bar there. And then I'm going to go into my YouTube studio. Sorry, I make a mistake there, of course. You just need to go to your own channel, not the studio. Now, when you click on Customize Channel, you'll see that it comes up. For those of you who've been on YouTube for 6 months or longer, you will remember seeing this layout for your page. So it's weird that it still has to go back to the old way of doing it, but that's YouTube's thing. And then down here in the featured channels, we go to Edit Module. And all you're going to do is drop that link in. Now, I don't have any proof that the next trick that I'm going to do actually helps here, but it helps all over the internet. When you're sharing out a channel's URL, including your own, you can add a little bit of text to the end of the URL, and what it does is it kind of gives you an extra boost in subscription, because when somebody clicks on it, the window pops up that says, "Are you sure you'd like to subscribe?" And the user has no choice but to either say yes or no at that time, and I bet that you're going to find more people saying yes. So you just put a question mark, sub_confirmation equals 1. I've heard that this works even here, but I can't be certain, so we'll just put it in anyway, because why not? And then you click add, and there goes D Turner Gaming. I'm going to click done. Now you see they've been added to the module, and then when I go back to here, my channel, it'll go back to the layout that we're used to seeing, and you'll see the D Turner Gaming has been added to the featured channels list. If you have Tuber Chat featured on your page as a featured channel and I don't know about it, then please let me know. It's not very often, except in live streams like this, when you're first connecting with somebody, that you actually go to their channel page. Typically, I watch a lot of videos out of the recommended, my watch later list, my subscription feed, but I'm not often on people's front pages, as you probably are not as well. So I may have not seen it. If you've done it, just please, like I said, let us know. And it's a wonderful thing you can do to make a small collaboration with other channels. So It's Me Wonston, Yes Honey is a channel that has been back for every single live stream that we have done. Comes back time and time again, and is very generous in the way that, first of all, yes, they do have feature channels going on. They feature other creators and are constantly talking positivity and optimism, typically in the morning. Wonston live streams I think it's every single morning. I've been able to catch most of them over the last week, including today for a few minutes, and is always wishing good thoughts and blessings for people, and always positive, always promoting others, allowing people to connect in the live stream. As well, I've mentioned this before, for those of you who've been here time and time again, there are a few ways that he promotes channels. You can also, as opposed to just doing the featured channels list here, you can add a shelf to your front page that allows you to feature channels in any way that you'd like, in any order that you'd like. And I like what he's done here, Women of Excellence. Anita B. Harris is a familiar face for us. I don't think everybody's been in our live streams from here yet, but we do have a few, and particularly Lady C, Queen Foodie, has been with us as well, that's for sure. So It's Me Wonston, like I said, is a generous and dynamic creator, and somebody who is willing to collaborate with other creators as well, and somebody who you can likely gain a lot from in the way of knowledge, not to mention positive and optimistic energy. So Average Joe PT is back with us again. He's been here several times. We're just going to take a look at his channel right now while I'm looking in another window here and doing something behind the scenes. It's great when you see these creators that come back and back again. You know that they are aggressively growing their channels and they're aggressively working on expanding their reach and maximizing their impact. So it's wonderful to see. So I've got a little system here in the background, and one of these days I'll show it to you. Thank you. Happy Luck seems to be here. Willow Galaxy's back. Kurosi G, Joatology, MJ&J Family Mukbangs, who we mentioned. Deja So Cute is here. So we've got quite a few creators in the house right now, and there's a point system that I can use that anybody can. It's one of those chat bots, like the one I'm talking about is Bottissimo, but it works like Stream Elements and Streamlabs and things that you might have seen, like Nightbot, who I know is everybody's best friend. And this allows you to see how much time people are spending on your channel. So right now I'm featuring every channel that comes through, and I will likely continue that for the next couple of days. But shortly we're going to change into a system as we get busier and busier, where I'm going to go through a selection process and I'll make requirements that people have to be here for, let's say, a certain amount of time. There are a lot of accounts, I shouldn't say a lot, but there are between 5 or 10 accounts per day that come through, drop 1 or 2 messages and go. So we want to make sure that we're focusing on creators who are doing things the right way and willing to do for others as much as for themselves or more when we feature channels. And I've got a way of looking at that. So at some point I'll do a tutorial on that, maybe on my personal channel, so that you can all see how to get that done for yourself. For those of you who live stream, it's nice to look at statistics. I'm a nerd and a geek, so I love that stuff. But it really can tell you something about the way that your live streams are going, and you can look at the percentages of people who are staying for the longest amount of time and things like that. So Pretty Chocolate Girl has been back time and time again, not to mention this is somebody that I've seen in other live streams. So she is aggressively growing her channel, very close to that 200 mark. So I imagine if you stick around with us, especially today, but considering we're streaming again on Sunday and again on Monday for sure, at the same time, then we should be able to get you over that 200 mark. I'd love to see that for you. So, Pretty Chocolate Girl usually sticks around too, right? Wonder if I can pull on maneuver here. We'll do something to see if we can help you. I'm gonna let you guys see what I'm doing. I gotta switch my screen. StreamYard allows you to share your screen as opposed to just a window, which I usually do. And I've got this little plug-in on my Mac that I bought for a couple dollars that lets me easily knock these screens into good formation so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to Social Blade. For those of you who haven't seen this yet, this is something, it doesn't always work 100% perfectly. A lot of services are struggling right now on the internet because of the traffic. But it gives you a real-time look at your subscribers, and it can predict how many views you're going to get in the future, how many subscribers. So if you have goals on your mind, you can use this as a benchmark and then decide whether you want to improve on certain things to try to speed things up, or if you think you're just doing fine. So let's expand this window and I'll put it back where it belongs in a minute. You just search for the channel that you want. And Pretty Chocolate Girl, it's not coming up so easily. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's take her URL and see if that's going to help us here. Search. There it is. So let's go to live subscriber count. And there you go, 190. Okay, now see, this says 190, but your YouTube page says 193, as we can see right there. I'm doing this for Pretty Chocolate Girl because she's been back and back with us again and again. So let's see if we can help her out and get her to a useful level, get her a few new friends and family members. For those of you who haven't already connected, I can tell you personally, first of all, I've seen her in other live streams, engaging conversation and nurturing relationships. And so this is somebody who you're going to want to be connected to. Not to mention she's been a dedicated and loyal supporter in coming back to Tuber Chat time and time again. So let's leave that up there for a few minutes and see if we can get her to the 200. Now I see that the number flipped. So Social Blade is not perfect. Like I said, it's another one of these online services, and they're all struggling right now because so many people are spending so much time on the internet. And then let's look at Joeatology. So you've got a handful of featured channels here. That's great to see. And let's just check out how many videos you've got. You're over your 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully we can push you even farther. So you've got a handful of videos, and I wonder, let's look at your playlists. Completely stalking your channel right now. So you've got a handful of playlists here, and this is great because you've got tool repair, rabbitry, workshop, home improvement. I have a feeling that this is auto repair in the garden. This is great stuff. I really like what you're doing here. An idea might be to, if you know how to dress up your front page, add a couple of those playlists to the front page in shelves. I always do things with the most popular first, and that's just to, you know, a lot of people like to see impressive numbers. There are some people who will give more of a chance to channels with bigger numbers than smaller numbers, but it doesn't matter because as your channel grows and your numbers improve, that kind of thing will work in your favor eventually. But I'm just saying that's a possibility because you've already got the playlist set up. You just add playlists right into here and sort them out by popularity if you want to, or by date. And that could really dress up the front of your page. Yeah, the Hoops Family Network is mentioning about the triplet family there and that bit with the chat. It's very unfortunate, but I think it's just a YouTube glitch. It's happening to all sorts of people. I actually thought it was happening to me for a while. A few messages didn't seem to be going through. Merely M is back again. So let's have a look at Merely M. Trying to think of what video I watched the other day. Be proud of who you are. I think I sat and actually watched that video, and I really enjoyed the fact that you are spreading positivity and optimism. What this video entails is her talking about literally like being yourself and being happy with that, and being and not changing, not you know, kind of dressing up what you say for other people and this and that. I'm paraphrasing. She does a much better job. But that's a video worth watching. As I've told some of you that have been with us before and connected while we've been here in Tuber Chat live streams, as opposed to connecting with me outside and coming in, when I find a new connection, somebody who hasn't been here, I take one of their videos and I add it into the watch later list so that I can watch the video, comment, like, and subscribe properly. Merely M is one of those people. So I really enjoyed watching your video. You really did a fantastic job, and I can tell you right now, I expect big things from you. So just please keep doing what you're doing, because there is one thing that the world always needs, which is as much positivity and optimism as it can get. So I'm glad that you're doing that and spreading that kind of thing out there. So Merely M is at 67 subscribers. We should be able to at least get her to 70. So I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to mix these up. I'm copying Happy Lux's way of doing things now. But I'm not going to do this completely. I'm just doing it for a couple of people right now. Because I want to... I just want to find little ways to reward people for coming back and supporting us here at Tuber Chat. And not to mention, I want to make sure that when I'm sending people and referring people to channels, I'm giving you good information and good quality connections that are going to come back and back and do the things that we all need. I love all the advertisements on everything. But I'm never going to turn those off, so it doesn't matter. So we got Merely M, and in a second, Social Blade will pop up a live count for you. I'm probably testing the limits of my my computer here with so many windows, but we'll see. I don't want to miss anybody. If I've skipped over anybody or you feel like I've missed you, I will get to you as long as you're still active in the chat. So when I roll over your name again, I'll get to you. As well, I should just take a second to remind you that the moderators, anybody that you see in blue, are here for you. They're here to help. They're here for you. They're very knowledgeable. All of them are very generous in the fact that they're willing to help just about anybody with just about anything. But as well, they make playlist arrangements. So if you're somebody who's looking for watch hours, they're all willing to help with that, as am I personally. Let me see if I can drop another message from myself in the chat, just in case you want to connect with me personally. But all of the moderators, you're going to want to make sure you've connected with them if you haven't. Why are we having so much trouble finding your... Let's see what's going on here. Merely on. There's your... There we go. Okay, the window just needed to be moved around. There we go. I'd love to see Merely M get to 70, and Pretty Chocolate Girl. We'd love to see her get as close to the 200 as she can. So I don't want to miss anybody. I'm always way behind, as you all know, who've been with me here before. And just to remind you, I really appreciate the fact that you're spending any time with us at all. As we get bigger and bigger and our channels grow and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as you wish you could. And so I didn't really say much about MJ&J Mukbangs today. Sorry about that. I got distracted wanting to do that thing for Merely M. MJ&J Mukbangs, who I just put in, is one of the channels, like I said, that we've now got featured on our front page. She did that for us, and so we return the favor. She is a wonderfully generous creator. She's very knowledgeable. She's very much liked and respected in this community. Somebody you're going to want to connect with, but she's been back time and time again and connected with her personally as well as here on Tuber Chat, and she was one of our featured channels just a couple of days ago. So I hope you'll connect with MJ&J Family Mukbangs. So here is also Kurosi G, who's been back time and time again. I see her in other people's live streams as well, so I'm happy that you're here with us. You're well beyond your 1,000 subscribers, so that's fantastic. Hopefully we can push you a little farther today. In the meantime, I will remind you, so I've just got Merely M and Pretty Chocolate Girl up there for a few minutes because I'd love to see Merely M get to that 70. Most of us are beyond that number and know what it was like when you were climbing and just wanting to see those 10s and eventually those 100s happen. So I'd love it if we could make one happen for her today. And it looks like we're going to, because she's got 69 now and just needs one more. Happy Lux, I'm so happy that you're here. I don't know if you still are. Some people come in and out depending on how busy they are, but Happy Lux is a wonderful friend and supporter as well. So let me grab Happy Lux and show you what they're all about as well. Happy Lux is somebody that I featured on my personal channel. I've made a couple of shout out videos to some creators that you really need to know. These are people who give more than they expect to receive, and channels that are not only very knowledgeable but very generous. Happy Lux in particular, I have gained hundreds and hundreds of new friends and family members, quality connections. As you can see, I am a member of the channel. Right here, you can see that. But Happy Lux not only was willing to help me, he's made ridiculous offers to me. Like, for instance, asked me one day what time it would be good for me to be online. he'll do a live stream when it's convenient for me just to help me. And I'm sure he does that for other people. He's got a lot of very dedicated and loyal people on his channel who are moderators as well. And this is a growth stream, much different than what I'm doing here, in the fact that he has got music playing, he's dancing around, it's almost like a party. He's got a small video game going on the screen while he's doing his thing. And like I said, I personally have gained hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, both for my personal channel and for Tuber Chat, because he allows me to go in with both channels and work, and offers to help all the time. So Happy Lex has become not only a wonderful supporter, but a dear friend of mine, somebody who's genuinely caring and considerate about other creators. So I hope that you'll connect with Happy Lex, and thank you for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up there. So the Triplet family, I know we looked at them for a quick second, but let's just get them up here because they're having a bit of a struggle today. Just make sure so if you're not using the GoToChannel extension, or you're not on, I think they even have a way to use that on Android now. You have to look that up. I don't use Android phone, so I'm not sure, but I saw something on Swap Meet Shops. I went to a couple of their live streams over the last few days to see what they're all about, because they were so generous to make that plugin and give it away for free. That I feel I absolutely subscribe to them. I hope if you use that, you're subscribed to them as well. I just wanted to see what they were all about. But if you're not using that extension, just make sure you're copying and spelling properly. The Triplet family with 2 T's here comes right up when you use the 2 T's. But this is a channel that's been back again and again. And moderators are having a good time with their messages today. But hopefully, like I said, YouTube is going to sort out whatever it is that they've got going on. So Merely M got to her 70. Thank you, everyone, for supporting her. And now we're just still working on the Chocolate Girl, Pretty Chocolate Girl. She's got, she's been back again and again. My guess is that you've already connected with a lot of the people here. Merely M hasn't been here quite as often as usual. It's probably faster for her just to get a few people that she hadn't already connected to. They're just so cute. I forget if we put you up already today. But it's okay, you'll get another second. No, I don't think we did. So, see, Deja So Cute has got her featured channels list as well. We've seen on a lot of other channels. And I just want to remind you, this is a great collaboration you can do. It's great for the algorithm, but it's also great for a psychological marketing standpoint, because you're basically telling people that like you and like what you're doing with your channel, that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when you have other channels that are featuring you in the same way, it's basically saying to their people that you are worthy of being featured. And you probably find yourself getting a few subscribers that way. So Deja So Cute, it's good that you're aggressively doing that. If anybody on in the live stream has put Tuber Chat on their featured channel list and I don't know about it yet, please let me know so that I can return the favor, because we're doing that now. Willow Galaxy is here and has been back again and again. So this is when I talk about channels that continuously return and are continuously aggressively trying to grow their channels. I always like to point out that we've got channels that keep coming back again and again. I see D Turner Gaming had to step away, but that's okay. You know, I keep saying this, but as our channels get bigger and bigger, and as we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we wish that we could. So I appreciate every moment that you spend with me here on Tuber Chat, as well as with me personally. I'm just going to drop another message in the chat from my personal account, in case you'd like to connect with me also. Oh, I just did. Did I just? Or how long ago did I do that? I don't want to spam my own chat here. There we go. So for everybody that's come into the live stream, and I haven't, if I haven't got to you yet, or you feel like I've skipped over you or missed you, forgive me. I'm absolutely happy that you're here. What I do is I go through, and right now we're featuring every channel that comes through in somewhat of an order based on pretty much the way that they've come in. So I'm always behind, and I will get to everybody at some point, but it just takes a little bit of time. So thank you for coming in, and I do appreciate, like I said, every minute that everybody spends with us. Ducking Entertainment Channel is somebody who was with us here yesterday, and then as promised, like I say with new connections, what I do is I take a video and put it in this one here. The red line, the reason it's short is not from not watching. I did go through this whole video, but I go back and make sure that I've liked, commented, and subscribed to every channel in the watch later list. This is what I did for Ducking Entertainment Channel just this morning, and what we like to do here, as I keep saying, we subscribe to everybody here at Tuber Chat. So hopefully you're all subscribed to us as well. Hopefully you have that notification bell on so that you don't miss our next live streams. We're back tomorrow and on Monday at the same time. Oh, D Turner Gaming, you're having trouble uploading the banner. Okay, I know you said you were going to go. And that was quite a while ago, so I bet that you're gone already. I wonder if I can make a note. If anybody's having trouble uploading their banner, I've heard about it being troublesome for a lot of people, so I wonder about a few different things. If it's possible to try a different browser. So for instance, I know on Windows you have Edge, and then as well, I typically use Firefox, Chrome, on a Mac, Safari you have, and then there's other browsers as well. But if you have the ability to change them up a little bit, particularly with Chrome, I'm guessing it should work because it's YouTube's own thing. Also, you want to make sure your banner is of the right size. At some point, I'll get a tutorial done, and we can talk about all this stuff, but that could be an issue. But I've heard a lot of trouble lately. As well, we got to try to be patient with some of these online services because there's so much bandwidth being used with everybody home right now that they're all seeming to struggle here and there. Yazzy's Adventure was here with us yesterday as well. So thank you for coming back again. Look at how close you are. You've got 2.98K subscribers. Let's see if Pretty Chocolate Girl's still in the house. Yeah, it looks like so. You've got a lot of interesting stuff here. Your banner obviously is travel based, and then on your front page you had a couple of travel based things as well. And it looks like, I wonder, are you yeah, live streaming as well. So this is another channel that live streams, and that's great to see. So live streaming can really help with your consistency. One of the best pieces of advice is to say if you can at least get a video a week on your channel as a minimum. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Just keep in mind you want to get there as quickly as you can. Be putting out one video a week. Sometimes you can get ahead, like make videos far in advance and then schedule them out so that they you put them out consistently. But live streaming can help as well, because if you haven't got a video ready, you can just go live and manage to get a bit of traction that way. It keeps your channel very active. It can also help with watch hours as well. You do some nice long live streams here. I see 4 hours, 3.5 hours typically, so that's good to see. Hopefully I can catch you in one sometime very soon. Lynn Hollow 1 is a brand new connection for Tuber Chat. We're going to look at your channel right now and see what you have going on. So since you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, first of all, let me welcome you and thank you for coming in with us. You're managing to meet a few people, so that's great. Now, this is something I can show you while we're looking at Lynn Hollow 1 as a brand new connection and somebody who's here for the first time in Tuber Chat. You already see that she's connected with a couple of people the right way in her front page. So first of all, the Triplet family, of course, Kristen Welton, and that speaks volumes right now about, you know, this being a creator that you're going to want to connect with, because obviously they're going to connect properly, do it the right way with you. The way that we do that is we visit a channel and we watch a short video in full. It must be more than a minute long. Then leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences long. And then give the creator a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed their content, then subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. We all know what that means, and then they'll get right back to you. Don't be shy. Everybody's here for the same thing. So connect with everybody in the chat that you'd like to. So I can't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but what I will do is take one of your videos here. This one's a little short, so I'll take this one and I will add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, within the next day or two, I will watch that video in full. I will comment on it. I will give it a thumbs up, and I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I will make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to us here at Tuber Chat also, and you've got that bell on so that you don't miss any of our live streams. We'll be back tomorrow and Monday at the same time. So Ducking Entertainment Channel, yep, I'm happy to have you back. It's a pleasure to go back over your channel for a quick second there. If I've missed anybody or I haven't gotten to you yet, please bear with me. I'm always very far behind in the chat depending on how busy things are. I will get to you as long as you're still active in the chat. As long as I can get over to cross your name again, I will make sure that I get you up on the screen. So Ask Twana is somebody who's back again and was here yesterday. Yeah, I added a video for you into the watch later, so we're good. Ask Twana is somebody who went through that yesterday. So she was here and was a brand new connection for Tuber Chat. And as promised, what I did was take one of your videos, add it into the watch later list. Oh, I don't have any red lines at all. Anyway, added it into the watch later list. Oh, here it is. So I took this video here, and the red line is not for watching the whole thing. It's because after I go through the whole list, I go back and make sure that I've subscribed, liked, and commented every single video. So Ask Twana is somebody who's back again, and somebody who you can bet is aggressively growing her channel and very much on her way to the 2,000 right now. So hopefully over the next little while here today, as well as the next couple of days, we can push you a little bit farther. And that will be great. Grossi G, a little bit of a nerd too. Yeah, I'm a lot of it. I love all this stuff, especially when it comes to going through analytics and numbers and things like that. I know it can be you know, kind of boring for some people and this and that. Not everybody likes everything, right? Yoga with Mo says she likes Social Blade that we've got over here. I love this stuff. So here's the thing. As far as analytics go, everybody needs to look at their analytics. You don't have to understand it today if you don't already. Some of it's obvious, some of it is not. But the more and more you look at it, the more you're going to understand. You're going to identify patterns, and what you're looking for is not what you're doing wrong. You're looking for what you're doing right. So when you have a video that starts to move and you get more views than you typically do, you can start to mimic that behavior in the future videos that you put out. As well as you're going to want to go through your tags and be improving those. You can change your thumbnails if you want to. I happen to like these thumbnails that Ask Twana has going on here, but you'd have to look in your analytics to know how well those are working. It has to do with the click-through rate. So when you look on your analytics at that upside down triangle funnel, it tells you how many times YouTube is showing your video to people based on recommended and how many times they're clicking through. That's a combination of thumbnail and title. And you can always tweak that stuff no matter how old your video is. So Gingy is back with us again. We're going to get your channel up in a quick second. I don't know why. So hopefully everybody's connecting to Pretty Chocolate Girl. I know that this is not accurate. And forgive me, I'm going to come right back, Gingy. I just want to see if Pretty Chocolate Girl's getting any activity here. Is she still in the house, or has she... I don't see any. I don't see any messages from Pretty Chocolate Girl for a while. Let's see what thing says over here. I'm just looking in another window for a second. There's Gingy again. And forgive me, I'm going to talk about your channel in a quick second here. I've mentioned before when I've looked at your channel that I like some of these thumbnails. This grabs your attention right away. A lot of people will recommend you have a close-up of a face on your thumbnails, but I see you've got gameplay, which is great. I can put this. Yeah, I don't think Pretty Chocolate Girl's still here. Okay, let's pop this off and have a better look at Gingy in your gaming channel. Yeah. Okay, so this is something that is a good idea as well. For those of you who have a lot of videos and your front page is starting to get very busy and you can't decide what else to put up, you can get you can get a shelf together here with a bunch of playlists so that you have extra for people to see on your front page. You only have the ability to put 10 sections, and those can go quite easily by the time you get to 50 or 100 videos. So this is a excuse me, this is a great thing you've done here. I need to do that on my personal channel as well. Things are getting a little busy. The Dude Rocks is back again. So thank you for coming back with us. As we look at your channel, you've obviously got a fantastic banner happening here. Now, I wonder if we look at your channel, I'm going to look at it right now, on a mobile device. I just want to show you something. It's going to come up for me right away. It's the Dude Rocks. Okay, I subscribe to you on my personal channel as well now. So, when we look at your banner, I just want you to see, I'm holding that up well enough for you to see your, there's a little bit getting cut off when it comes to your schedule part here where it says live streams Monday to Sunday. There's a template that you can get from Google, YouTube, channel art template. The important information that goes in your banner when you get this template here goes in this darker area that you can see. That will not get cut off no matter what device somebody is looking at it from, whether it's a phone or a tablet or a TV or anything else. So just an idea for the banner, if you slide that live streams over a little bit, you'll make sure it doesn't get cut off on a phone. How important that actually is a, it's probably not as important as I'm making it sound. However, You've got such a nice looking banner. I'd love to see you maximizing your impact with it. So thank you for coming back again. The dude rocks. Let's see how many videos. Okay, so yeah, I keep forgetting, but you've just started. So you're doing fantastic with 170 subscribers. Good gosh. So keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, you got a live stream that you just put up, so that's great. The triplet family. If there's a channel that anybody can't find by searching, if you don't have the go-to channel extension, let's look at that for a second. Chrome Web Store. If you happen to be on a computer, and my understanding is they've got an Android thing as well, so I could be wrong, but you can look at that. On the Chrome Web Store, we're just going to type go-to channel as one word, and this comes up. It's a Google Chrome extension from Swap Meet Shops. If you have the ability to get this, what it does is it lets you start clicking on everybody's name to get right to their channel. So a lot of people are using it. They did a great job. But if you're having trouble finding a channel, please ask one of our moderators, and they can get the link for you. Particularly the Hoops Family Network or Kristen Welton should be able to grab a channel link for you if they have to. I don't want a lot of links in the chat at all, but if we need to, then I absolutely want to make sure everybody can be reached. Let's see what C Child's 23. Let's have a quick look. Oh, you've got a very interesting looking channel. So we are already subscribed. Forgive me for not remembering if you've been with us in a live stream or if we just recently connected and this is your first time here. I think it is, so thank you for coming in. You've got some really interesting stuff here. This is one of the things that I really like about connecting with creators that have particularly less than 10,000 subscribers, is you get a different look at things you might not have otherwise seen. Several years ago on YouTube, I was following a lot of bigger channels, and I do have a small list that I just keep up to date with. But I spend so much time watching creators in our community that it's really interesting to see a lot of this stuff, because I don't know anything about this. I've never had a pet fish of any kind. I don't know a lot about fish in general, and forgive me because that just looks like the general idea of what is happening on your channel. So this is going to be somebody that we want to connect with, and then you've got a lot of entertaining stuff there, it looks like. So Ducking Entertainment Channel, thanks again. I'm always good. Just happy to be here doing what we're doing right now and making sure people are getting connected, doing it the right way. The way that we connect the right way, of course, is very important, because what we don't want to happen is, let's say you pick up 10 or 20 family members here today. I'd hate for half of them to be gone tomorrow. What happens is, it's not that people unsubscribe. I'm sure there's a tiny bit of that goes on. But the problem is, if you don't do it under the right procedure, following YouTube's instructions, then you can find yourself losing a lot of subscribers, and you will unsubscribe from them as well. So the way that we do it is, you visit a channel one by one, watch a short video in full. It must be more than a minute long. Leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It must be a couple of sentences long at least. If you leave just the word nice or the word great, it can be looked at as spam, and you'll lose the subscription by YouTube automatically. So once you've left a meaningful comment, you give the creator a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody here at Tuber Chat. And then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. We all know what that means, and then they will get back to you and do the same for you. So if I have skipped over you or haven't gotten to you yet, it's just because I'm always very behind in the chat. I will get to everybody. It just takes a little bit of time. Young Amor is in the house. Thank you for coming back again. I've been hoping to catch you live. I know you're live so often. I'll get in there shortly. I forget the last one that I might have been in. Young Amor is somebody who is very aggressively growing their channel. Oh, yesterday. Okay, I must have hopped in for a few minutes. Never as long as I'd like. This is one of the things I mean. As we get bigger and bigger and our channels grow, and as we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as you wish you could. So I appreciate every minute that you're spending here with us at Tuber Chat, and of course with me personally as well. Let's see if I can drop another message from myself in the chat here. For those of you who'd like to connect with me personally, I believe I'm connected personally to Young Amor as well as here on Tuber Chat. She's somebody who aggressively grows, and you can find her in a lot of different live streams. I forget, I think she's in Happy Lux and Melden Armra family, if I'm right about that. These are great friends of mine. Maybe even in Cubs Den. Cubs Den is here, and they do a fantastic job of live streaming as well. They did a talk the other day about moderators. I wasn't able to stay as long as I wish, but I was there for a little while. So Cubs Den is a very dynamic channel. She's got a wonderful personality and absolutely enjoys helping other creators. Does a lot of live streaming, but she's got tons of different stuff on this channel to look at. I see a lot of food that, you know, everybody loves that stuff. I think it's always entertaining to see different kinds of things that can be eaten by different people, especially all over the place. So Cubs Den is somebody that I've been connected to personally for a very long time, as well as here on Tuber Chat. So this is another channel that you're going to want to connect with, especially because you'll get a quality connection out of them. But as well, there's a lot to be learned from Cubs Den, as well as you will meet a lot of other friends and family members by being in their live streams. So hopefully everybody's having a good time as well. Ducking Entertainment Channel, the best way that you can connect with people is by, of course, going first. You visit any channel that you want. We're all here for the same thing, so don't be shy. Visit their channel, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful comment, just like you would like to see left on your channel, and then come back here, let them know that you've done it. Some people like to check before they come back, and that's fine. And then they will return the favor for you as well. So All Things Lolly is here again. Thank you for coming in. All Things Lolly is a channel that's been back with us, and I believe is going to be featured on Monday. This is a channel that's aggressively growing as well. Somebody who's been back with us already time and time again. More delicious food for us to look at and enjoy. You got mukbang and challenges going on here, so that's something else. All Things Lolly is also available on Instagram. So as well, hopefully you'll connect with us here at Tuber Chat. We are available on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and more. And one of the ways you can get the most out of everything that we're doing here at Tuber Chat is to sign up for the email list at tuberchat.com. That way, I can keep you informed of everything we're doing as we're doing it. You could be the first to know. And then as well, I'm looking for creators to feature right now in a much bigger and better way than I have been already across all of our social media networks. We really want to put a focus on generous, considerate, and knowledgeable creators. So if you'd like to be considered as a featured creator, then that's another reason, because I'm looking for creators right now. As we get busier and as more and more people come with Tuber Chat to find new friends and family members, you can imagine eventually it will get overwhelming, and I'll have to go through a selection process to choose that will be much more rigorous. I'll spend a lot more time vetting candidates and looking for certain things. But right now, I need creators. So if you want to be considered, go to tuberchat.com, and then you'll see the beginning of what I'm talking about when you see our latest couple of thumbnails. And if you follow our social media accounts, we've been featuring creators just in a very small way over the last couple of days. But All Things Lolly will be here as a featured channel on Monday. So, Child's 23. I'm just going to show you again when we go to Chrome Web Store. If you happen to be on a computer, and then you type into the thing, go to, in the search bar, go to channel. Up comes this extension for Chrome. If you can be on a computer, and I understand they might have a version for Android as well, the people at Swap Meet Shops, which is another channel, have made this extension. They make it available for free. And what it does is it highlights everybody's name in the chat so you can click the way you used to with the 3 dots. But the 3 dots are probably not coming back. Cichlids. Luckily, one of our moderators, Kristen, my love, is in the next room and was able to come in and let me know. So, Cichlids 23. Forgive me, but I always want to know how to pronounce everybody's channel properly so that I can feature you well when you come in here. Gingy, thank you for asking. I'm always good. Living the dream. And then forgive me if I've not gotten to your channel yet or if I've missed you. It's not that. It's just I'm always behind in the chat. I like to feature everybody, but I will eventually get to you as long as you're here for a while and you stay active in the chat. I will make sure that I eventually get to your name and get your channel brought up. So here's somebody who has been with us time and time again. I've also enjoyed visiting his live streams. Rants with Rogers. Unfortunately, is only able to be here for a second today, but that's okay. Rants with Rogers has been an unbelievably supportive channel, not only to TuberChat, but as well as active on Reddit. And I hope all of you will visit our Reddit page. I'll show it to you in a moment. Where you're free to post your videos. Rants with Rogers has been doing that and joining us there. We're also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But Reddit, for those of you who haven't used already, is a free service. Rants with Rogers has been taking advantage of it as well. It's been around a very long time. It's very well known among its own community. But you're able to post your videos there. It is so fast, I can't even describe how quick it is for you. And then you're able to get a lot of other views, and I've made some quality connections there as well. So it's great that Rants with Rogers is so active here at TuberChat and with everything that we're doing. Cubs Den, your toddler's working you overtime today. It's been a long time for me. My children are grown, but I can imagine. So Cichlid says, your banner image got deleted, your computer crashed, and the guy that did the banner fell in the lake. All gone. That's unfortunate. So we've been talking about banners quite a bit lately, so hopefully before too long I'm going to be able to get a tutorial done so that I can help people know how to make a banner for free, easily, and get it fixed within not too long. April WYD, thank you. You never worry about being late coming in here. April has been unbelievably supportive, not only to TuberChat but to other channels as well. April has got us featured on her featured channels list, so I'm going to return that favor right this second. Let's get your channel ID to YouTube. And for those of you who want to make that arrangement, what I'm talking about here, on the front of April's page, you can see a few channels here, and we know all of these channels. They've all been here with Tuber Chat. Cooking with Q and More, of course, is an inspirational part of the creation of Tuber Chat, as well as one of our moderators. And then she's got Tuber Chat here. The Keto Girl is in and out with us all the time, as well as I like to enjoy her lives here and there. Terrence TEZ has been with us, and More Eats, of course, was live yesterday right before we did our stream. So she is very much liked, well-respected, and an unbelievably supportive person when it comes to other channels. So I'm just going to go, all you do to make this arrangement, it's great for the algorithm. You're basically saying that these channels are worthy of being featured by you, and then hopefully a few of those channels are featuring you back, and they are saying that you're worthy of being featured by them. So it's wonderful for people who hit your front page and for the algorithm to know that you've been featured. So we appreciate that. If anybody in the chat has featured Tuber Chat on their front page and I don't know about it, or me personally, Kevin K, just please let me know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. And all we do is you go to your channel and you click that Customize Channel button, and then down here in the Featured Channel, the Featured Channels panel, you just hit the Edit module. And what we're going to do is take the channel URL right out of the bar there, and then I'm going to add a little thing to it. Now, I don't know if this works here. I've heard that it works. I can't be 100% sure. But whenever you're sharing your channel link or somebody else's channel link anywhere, especially on social media, you want to add this little piece in. And what it does, it pops a window up when they click on it, so that it asks them, would you like to subscribe to this channel? They have no choice but to say yes or no right that second, instead of getting to your front page, being distracted and forgetting to subscribe. So we go sub_confirmation equals 1. And that's all it takes. Then we click add. April's in the featured channels list. And when we go back to our regular channel view, you'll see that she's been added there. So thank you, April. First of all, I really appreciate it. Anything anybody can do to share us out and help us and things like that is always appreciated. So that's April, and I hope you'll connect with her, because she is an unbelievably, first of all, supportive channel, like I'm talking about, but very generous in helping as well. Oh, Cichlid says we met at Happy Lux. I'm not surprised. This is somebody I was talking about earlier. Happy Lux does a fantastic live stream. It's much more of a party than anything I'm going to do with Tuber Chat here, but it's a wonderful place for you to meet lots of new friends and family members, and there's a testimonial for it right now. So here's Do It All Sealing. This is one of the channels that I manage professionally. This is Jeff Lepard, a personal friend of mine, but I manage all of his channels. As you can see, he's got featured his own personal channel there, and then me. Of course, I did that, so it makes sense that it would be there. Tuber Chat is not subscribed yet, so I'll do that afterwards. We got to do it properly. What that means is I'll take a video, add it to the watch later list. Let's take this video right here. And then what I can do is when I watch the watch later list after this live stream over the next day or two, I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video, and then I will give the thumbs up and I will subscribe, and that's the way that we make sure it sticks. But this is an example for those of you who want to connect with Do It All Sealing, where you're able to see the kind of work that I do on other channels. Of course, you can connect with me personally, Kevin K, and you can connect with Jeff Lepard on his personal channel. But these are what we've done. This all I do most of the filming on the Do It All Sealing channel. I do all of the filming, and then the producing of the videos, the SEO, and all the other things we have to worry about, as well as the thumbnails and this and that. But Jeff has been a friend of mine for a long time. He's got a dynamic personality and is somebody that you probably want to connect with anyway. and we're together all the time. Half of my full-time job is working with Jeff. The other half is doing all the YouTube stuff and social media work that I do for him and other people. So this is a good chance for you to see the kind of things that I do when I'm not here on Tuber Chat and live streaming. I'm just looking for our next channel. Venom for Life is back. So this is a channel that's been with us several times on Tuber Chat. And when I talk about these channels, people that come back and back again and are aggressively growing. You're obviously very active. You're putting out videos every couple of days, which is great. This must be the one that we connected with from here at Tuber Chat. It's already been a week, but I appreciate you coming back. As we get, pardon me, as our channels get bigger and bigger and we begin to grow, and as we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we would like to. So I appreciate every minute that you spend with us here at Tuber Chat and with me personally. Maybe I should drop another personal message in the chat for those of you who would like to connect with me as well. But it's wonderful when you see these channels that are coming back again and again, aggressively working on growing and connecting the right way as well. It's a lot of interesting stuff, and this again goes back to what I originally was talking about with following a lot of creators with, let's say, less than 10,000 subscribers. You get a really different look at the world, and I really enjoy seeing what other people are coming up with and taking a look into everybody's lives and seeing the different parts of the world and things that you might otherwise not have seen. Rants with Rogers, if you're still here, my pleasure. At this point, I'm still putting everybody up on the screen at least for a couple of minutes. As we get busier, I'll have to change that and move that to a selection process. But for right now, luckily, I'm able to get that done. Rose Stew is back with us again, so thank you for returning. You're so you're live right now. That's interesting. Let's see if you actually. Let's see. Is up to here. I'm just looking at something on my other screen here. Okay, you may still be here. Okay, either way. Rose is somebody who's been back, obviously does live streaming. So it's great that you're back with us again. I do like these thumbnails. I'm not surprised that when you have popular uploads, these are the videos that are popular because the thumbnails kind of really grab your attention. It doesn't always have to be a smile. Emotion in a close-up on a thumbnail can really be very impactful. So this is a great job that she's doing here. JJ's Mix is back again. JJ's Mix vlog is a wonderful supporter. She comes back and back again. I'm connected with her both on my personal channel and as well with Tuber Chat. I've been lucky enough to hang out in a few of her live streams, and she's always positive, optimistic. She always helps other creators gain friends and family members. I have gained several quality connections through her live streams. And I see you've got a premiere coming up actually in about 45 minutes. So right after our live stream is done today, JJ's Mix Vlog is going to have something brand new to see. So if you're going to connect with JJ's Mix Vlog, then you can keep that in mind. That premiere's coming up, and it really helps a creator when they have a premiere that you can hop in and give them a bit of a head start. Kristen does a lot of premieres as well. She puts hers out on Monday. I try to do it when I have pre-recorded videos almost every time. And what it does is when you put a video out, the number of views you're going to get in the first, let's say it's a 10-minute video, in the first 10 minutes of that video being up is usually not as good as how many views you're going to get if you premiere it, because people are able to watch it all together, have a bit of a live chat going as well. So it can really be helpful. I recommend premiering. If you haven't already tried it, then of course please do. And if you haven't seen how a premiere works and you'd like to, then you have a perfect opportunity right here with JJ's Mix Vlog with that premiere that's coming up. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting in the chat. The Chit Chat Queen is here. Let's get her up again. This is our featured channel for today. And when we're connecting, you want to make sure you're connecting the right way. And so that just means visiting a channel like the Chit Chat Queen here, watching a short video in full. It must be more than a minute long. And then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. There should be at least a couple of sentences long so that it doesn't get triggered in the YouTube algorithms as spam and get held for review, so the creator might not see it and you might end up losing the subscription anyway. But as long as you do it the right way, leave a meaningful comment, and then when you're done watching the video, give the creator a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed their content, subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody here at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. We all know what that means, and then they will get back to you right away. So the Chit Chat Queen, we had just Rose to do. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the kind words anybody says. And like I say, as we get bigger and bigger and our channels grow and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as you'd like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend with us here at Tuber Chat and with me personally. So forgive me. I want to make sure I pronounce this right, but I wonder if this is just Amise. So you can let me know if I'm wrong. I'd just like to get it right so that when you're here I can feature you properly. So thanks for coming in. I think this is your first time in our live stream, but I appreciate you coming, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I see it's Fifi777 has come back too, which is great to see. So thank you for coming in. You do a lot of live streaming as well, which is fantastic. That's good that your channel is so active. And I'm really happy that you're here. This is obviously a channel that, like I said, is very active, looks very fun. Most of your thumbnails look like you're having a pretty good time over here. So this is great. I see you're well on your way towards 2,000. So hopefully over the next day or two, we can push you farther along and get you closer. We will be back again tomorrow and Monday. We'll keep going today for a while, but on tomorrow and Monday we'll be back at the same time doing live streaming again, and then I will decide what we're doing afterwards for how frequently we're going to go after that. So it's Fifi777 has been with us before and is back, and then has connected with me as well. I've been connected to It's Fifi777 for quite a while, many months, both on my personal channel and then as well here at Tuber Chat. I believe you were connected with us long before I started live streaming here. We spent a few months getting everything ready, so I really appreciate you coming back again. I do have a question for you. I'm just curious about your opinion about the silent live streams that you've done. Now, I see you've done them very long, 10 hours and 12 hours. So I'm just curious how your watch hours looked after that, because I know other people who do them as well. I've got another acquaintance that does live streaming, and what he does is he'll do a sleep stream. He literally just leaves the camera on him while he sleeps, and people go in the live chat, and it's surprisingly busier than you'd think it'd be. But it's not because of the sleeping streams; it's because he live streams all the time and already has an audience built up. But I'm just curious how your watch hours are and how these live streams are helping. If you don't mind letting me know, if you're still here. So it's Fifi. If you're on a phone, if you're on an Android, my understanding is you can get that go to channel extension, but I could be wrong because I don't use Android, so I don't know 100%. But I've seen on their description that it works, or at least they have a way of doing it. Otherwise, what we do is we just search the channel name the way it is, and then hopefully it comes up without too much trouble. Monette, a QE2. Thank you for coming in. This is obviously your first time here. You're a new connection for Tuber Chat, so thank you very much for coming and visiting. Hopefully you're going to meet a lot of friends and family members here today. And let's just see if you're still here. Yeah, okay. So, because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I cannot watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take your latest video and add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, within the next day or two, I will watch the whole watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content of this video. Okay, I don't even know how to pronounce what you've cooked there, but now that makes me even more interested in seeing what it is. I will watch that video. I will leave a meaningful comment. I will give you a thumbs up, and I will subscribe. And then that way I will make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed here at Tuber Chat as well, and you have the bell on so that you don't miss any of our future live streams. We'll be back tomorrow and on Monday at the same time. Vicky's Vlogs. Let's get you up here and see what you have got going on for us today. Oh, Violi's. I'm so sorry. I read that wrong. Violi's Vlogs. So thank you for coming. This is obviously your first time with Tuber Chat, and you're well beyond your 1,000 subscribers, so that's great. Hopefully we can push you a little bit farther, and the same speech goes for you. I cannot subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, so I'm going to take this video right here, add it into my watch later list. It'll take me a second to get that done. Oh, it doesn't want to allow that, eh? So now I'm going to show you another trick. If you ever do this, is it because, yeah, because comments are turned off. So this might be made for kids, or it might just be that you've got your comments turned off. But I'm going to show you what you can do if you run into this problem and can't add a video into your playlist. So I'm going to go to my YouTube studio. I'm going to go into my playlists. When I go to, oh, there's watch later, not there. Okay, my watch later list is not in playlists. So let's see. Maybe this is different because let's go into the front page. When you're adding it to a regular playlist, you just go into the playlist and then there's an option to add a video to that playlist. But let's try watch later and see what happens. Oh, watch later doesn't allow it. Okay, so maybe I can't do what I wanted to do here. That's very interesting. Can't do it from here. Can't do it from here. So this is a trouble that you have. If you turn comments off of your videos, or if your videos are made for kids, it can be troublesome for people to try to get that into a playlist. So I'm going to have to go back to your channel and look for another video to connect with you with. Let's see what else I can find here. Maybe you've got something else where the comments are off. was hoping for something shorter than 16 minutes, but it has to be long enough. When you're connecting with somebody the right way, your video that you watch must be more than a minute long. So I'm just going to look for some. Okay, let's see what happens here. Save to watch later. Great. And now you'll see when I click on this video, she'll have comments enabled. There you go. So, like I said, after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full from my watch later list. And I will give you a meaningful comment. I will give you the thumbs up, and I will subscribe. And then that way I'll make sure that the connection sticks. So if I've missed anybody or skipped over you, I will get to you as long as you're still active in the chat. Aniceto Manos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that close to right. I hope that I am. I'd like to feature you properly when you're here. I believe this is your second time in one of our live streams, so thank you for coming back. Cubsden, yeah, I'm not kidding. I couldn't believe it myself. But the guy that I'm talking about that does the sleep streams already has an audience. I don't believe that you might be able to just do a sleep stream and it's going to like build up into something really useful. I don't think so. But that's just my opinion. It's not based on anything, so feel free to try it. But I definitely don't recommend it. But what this guy does is he wanted to get his watch hours. He actually has his watch hours already, 4,000 hours, but only 500 subscribers. He's probably got 600 by now. But you can see that's the only time I've heard of that done. But one of the things that he did was every single night he would just put the camera on himself sleeping. Now, I don't imagine there's a lot of people that would ever come to a stream like that out of nowhere, but because he already had an audience, they were already on a live stream that he would do beforehand. Then he'd say, okay, guys, I'm just going to go off and I'll start another one, and you can join on that. So he'd engage with the audience for a little while, and then just go to bed and leave the camera on him. It's not recommended at all because, you know, you can't... one of the things I worry about these silent lives is that you have the ability for trolls and spam accounts and other things to come in with no moderation. So that's why I don't want to recommend it to anybody, but it's something that can be done. So, Aniceto Manos, it's nice to see you back with us again. You've obviously got a very dynamic channel. Music lessons here, which is fantastic. You've got a lot of content. So, yeah, I'm interested to see that. This is going to be an interesting channel to look at. This is one of the things I keep saying about connecting with channels that have, let's say, less than 10,000 subscribers. You're getting a much different look into the world. I find it very real and very refreshing to see what everybody's up to, especially because a lot of us have people from all over the world visiting us and our videos. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody or skipped over anyone. I think I've pretty much caught up here. Rose, you have a question? Go ahead. I'm caught up now and able to catch it. I'm going to put the Keto Girl up right now. If I've skipped over anybody or missed anybody, just leave a message in the chat and I'll be sure to get to you. The Keto Girl, I was saying pleasant things about you earlier. Somebody has you featured on their front page. I forget who it is because I'm sure a few people do. And I was talking about that. I think it was April, as a matter of fact. But I've been lucky to hang out with the Keto Girl in a couple of her live streams. And she's a very dynamic creator and a dynamic person. Not to mention generous. You have a good time in her lives. She's usually got music playing, and it's a bit of a party in there. She's got a good community of generous, dedicated, loyal people in her community as well. So if you hang out in her live streams, you'll definitely have a good time and meet some quality, people. So I've been lucky to connect with the Keto Girl and have been connected for a little while now. So just as a reminder, Yeah, well, thank you very much. The Dude Rocks. You're always welcome. And when we get busier and busier, I may not be able to feature every single channel on the screen every day. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I'll do, YouTuber chat will become what everybody wants it to become. In the meantime, I'll be looking for creators that are coming back, dedicated, loyal, especially the kind of creators who give more than they expect to receive when it comes to everything on YouTube. I'll be seeking those people out and looking to reward that kind of behavior, as I've started to do already. But if you're going to be back with us time and time again, it'll be wonderful for us to be able to push and try to get you whatever it is that you want out of YouTube. We've got playlist things coming up that are going to help everybody with watch hours. And this is something you can do as well. If you need watch hours, or if you know somebody who does, one of the things you can do is make an arrangement with another creator to swap playlists. All that means is you're going to run a playlist for them, and they're going to run a playlist for you of all your videos. And you can imagine, if you have a 5 or 10 or 20 hour playlist and you get a lot of people to run that for you, your hours are going to stack up fairly quickly. So it's an arrangement that all of our moderators make. I make it too. So if you want to connect with me personally, I'm willing to do it. I do it for people all the time. And I'm just going to drop another quick message here from my personal account in the chat in case you want to connect with me. My name is Kevin K. I'll catch up again here. If I've missed your channel or skipped over you, don't worry, I will get to you as long as you're still connected in the chat and active. I will get to you. The Ace Deuce family, for instance, is who I'm going to get to next. And then I'm going to look for that question. Here we go. Rose was just going to ask a question. I'm going to get to it right now. How do I put layover on my live stream so that when I'm away, I can have a text block background instead of like my room background? So there are different systems that you can use to do that. Most of the systems that you see people using, even StreamYard, is very simple that I'm using today. But I'll give you a quick look at what they have. So there's an overlay that they make available that you can have, or otherwise you can upload backgrounds. Like, so what I'll do right now is I will put a, I'll put Chit Chat Queen is our featured channel today. Let me get a, see, I don't know if this is going to work right. I hope it is. There we go. So if I change my, wonder how I can change this. So maybe you can see, I know I've got the Chit Chat Queen in my personal background as well, but maybe you can see that her channel is being used in the background as well there. So it's not a great example, but you can change backgrounds this way, even with StreamYard. Streamlabs, for instance, Streamlabs OBS, Open Broadcaster software, is a great way to get that done. Ace Deuce family, forgive me, I'm going to get to you and talk about your channel and talk about how I can subscribe to you in a quick second. I just wanted to address this comment. And then as well with StreamYard, it's easy to do something like this. I'm going to see if I can get back to your... Here, like I'll put this up, right? This is a way of putting things on the screen. I'm sure you've seen this many times. And you can change the look of it. So I don't know if that answers your question, but this is a way. There are lots of resources online for being able to make or buy overlays inexpensively, or you can make it yourself. You can use something like Canva. C-A-N-V-A is a website and app available for all platforms that you can use for free to add things like that. So if I've not got it right, just please please expand on your question, and I will. I see you've got another one here, so I'll talk about it in a quick second. So the Ace Deuce family, thank you for coming in. This is your first time here with us on a live stream. I cannot watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take your latest video, this prank that you've done to your husband, which I'm sure is going to be entertaining. And I'll add it into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, when over the next day or two, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content. I'll talk to you about what I think about the prank that you did. I'm sure it's going to be funny. And then I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe to you. And then that way I will make sure that the connections stick. That's the right procedure. And then hopefully you're connected to us here and subscribe to Tuber Chat as well. And you've got the bell on so that you don't miss our next live streams. We've got one coming up tomorrow and on Monday at the same time again. So Rose is asking, does YouTube give us a setting to add a screen? I know some people have a picture of the ocean. I already know what I'm saying. No, as far as I understand, YouTube itself does not. You have to use a third-party system. So StreamYard is very popular. Like when I pop myself up here, you'll see I'm using the background of the Chit Chat Queen's page because she's our featured channel for today. But when I switch my green screen, StreamYard comes with this background available for you for free, as well as this available for you for free. And then when you pay for the updated version or the pro version of it, it gives you the ability to upload more backgrounds and things for yourself. So hopefully that answers your question. If you have another, or if I haven't answered it, then you can just expand on it for me, please, and then I'll make sure that I address it. Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, thanks for coming in. If I've missed anybody or skipped over anybody, I will get to you. Just as long as you're active in the chat, I will catch your name and make sure that I get you up on the screen. So Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, thanks for coming back. You're well on your way towards your first 100 subscribers. So hopefully today we're going to get you a few more friends and family members to push you a little bit closer. That must be on your mind. And then obviously you've just began a few days ago, so you're doing great for the number of subscribers you have already for a week only at it, but that's great. Hopefully you continue, and we'll be happy if you come back with us again on Tuber Chat to watch your channel grow. You must be subscribed because you're here again, but if not already, hopefully you will, and put the bell on so you don't miss any of the live streams. We'll be back on tomorrow and again on Monday. So I'm going to show you all something when I look at the Tuber Chat front page. Nails by Nicole is the first channel that I noticed that had featured us in her featured channel section. So I'm going to pull her channel up right now. And so if you have Tuber Chat featured on your front page or my personal channel by any chance, then please let me know so I can return the favor, because we're doing that now. But Nails by Nicole was the first one that I noticed had us featured on her front page. It's a very generous thing to do. You're basically saying that these channels are worthy of being featured by you, and then hopefully some of those channels are featuring you back, therefore you are worthy of being featured by them. And there we are right there, Tuber Chat right up close to the top. So thank you, Slick Nico Twins, who was here yesterday, Melda and Amra families, another fantastic supporter of ours and a personal friend, and then Brenda Land I know as well, and maybe a couple of these others. But Nails by Nicole is a generous creator in the fact that, you know, she was willing to do that. It wasn't an arrangement that we made. She decided to feature us on her own. That's the kind of character behind the creator on that channel that you're looking at. So Nails by Nicole is somebody who's with us time and time again. I believe is connected to me personally as well on my personal channel. So hopefully you'll connect with her. And forgive me, I'm just reading the chat while I'm talking. Chit Chat Queen, I'm going to get to your question in a quick second. Maybe there's a chance I could show you the window that I'm working on. So Nails by Nicole, thank you for coming back again. So the Chit Chat Queen is asking, how do you be on the screen and so channels at the same time? So let's see if this is going to work. When I put my window up here, I'm lucky I'm working on 2 screens, so I was able to just drag that over. This is StreamYard, and typically when it starts, you look like this, and you'll see my. When I add myself to the stream, this is me, and then I can change my green screen. It's got settings. I've got this and that. Chit Chat Queen's our featured creator, so I've got her in the background. Then you can, I'll stop sharing my screen. I will go back. Let me see what I can do here. I'll put this in my left half. I'll put this in my right half. This is a little plugin that I bought for a Mac that lets me do this easily. Now what I can do is I click share screen, and it lets me pick my entire screen, one or the other, or just an application window or a specific Chrome tab. I usually have application window, but for today I've been using entire screen. So I'm going to use screen 1. And there you go. So you see what's happened. I can put my windows back and you will get to just see what's happening on the one screen. That's how it's done. And it's StreamYard is extremely easy to use. Takes only the smallest bit of practice, but you see lots and lots of creators using it, especially in our community. So there's also lots and lots of help out there when it comes to questions that anybody might have as well. So I'm going to get to our next channel in a quick second here. Nails by Nicole, everybody needs love. Everybody. So hopefully you're not being shy today, everybody, especially people who are new with Tuber Chat. Everybody's here for the same thing. So reach out to everybody in the chat. They're willing to connect with you. When you find a channel that you like and want to be connected with, watch a short video in full. It must be over a minute long. Leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences so that YouTube doesn't mark it as spam. Then give the creator a thumbs up. Subscribe to them if you enjoyed their content. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. And that we all know what that means, and they'll get back to you and do the same for you. And forgive me, I just don't want to lose my place here. As I said, if I've missed anybody or skipped over your channel, I will get to it. I just wanted to, I do it in somewhat of an order, and I just wanted to make sure I address those couple of questions as well. $98 Drans. Did I put you up today already? It was yesterday. I could be wrong, unless you were here earlier and came back. But 98 Drans, I remember. We'll have a look at your channel and see what's going on now. Okay, so you've got some... oh, this it looks actually entertaining. So what we must have done, yeah, it must have been yesterday. You put that video up a day ago and it's got a red line. So what that means is when I find a new creator that comes through Tuber Chat and we're not already connected, I take their video and add it into my watch later list. Then when I have a chance, I go through it, which I did this morning before we came on today, and then I do connect properly, which is watch the video in full, leave a meaningful comment related to the content of the video, then give a thumbs up, subscribe, and then come back into the chat. Well, that's the way we're doing it here in the chat. I would have connected earlier. So Kristen is talking about watch hours. If you need watch hours or you know somebody who does, then hopefully you'll share us and let them know that we do things to help here. One of the things you can do to improve your watch hours is make arrangements with other creators. You run a playlist for them, they will run a playlist for you. And you can imagine if you have a 5 or 10 or 20 hour playlist of your videos and you get a lot of people to run it, you can imagine your watch hours are going to stack up pretty quickly. All of our moderators do it, that's for sure. And then as well, me personally, I do it as well. If you'd like to connect with me personally, I occasionally leave messages in the chat from my personal channel. Oh, I missed something from the Keto Girl. I'm going to get to it in a quick second. Sorry about that. I just want to drop a message from myself here in the chat if you'd like to connect with me personally. I am available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as is TubeBuddy. We have separate accounts for TubeBuddy. I have my own accounts if you want to search me out and then make arrangements with me. I run playlists for people every day, so I'm willing to run playlists for anybody that needs it. And then the simple arrangement is you run a playlist for them, they run a playlist for you. And forgive me, the Keto Girl, I'm just looking for your message again. They need to know that most of us are not taking our love back. There's just something going on with YouTube. When you see people loving on multiple times, YouTube just keeps taking their love away. Yeah, that is, in fact, the algorithm working against us. Now, one of the problems is that now, with everybody home and the internet just getting pounded constantly, the bandwidth that they're going through is troublesome. Now, all of these tech companies are working on short staff, too. Not every single job can be done at home. So they're working on shorter staff. We're using way more bandwidth, and this is causing problems all over the place. We see it all the time. So we have to be patient, and it's unfortunate that a lot of times it seems that we have to take 2 steps forward, we fall a step back, and then we got to do it over again. But as long as you keep doing what you're doing, especially somebody like you, the Keto Girl, you're going to get more than what you ever dreamed out of YouTube eventually. We never know how long it takes. We don't get to decide. That's between either you and God or Lady Luck or, the YouTube algorithms and everything else. But success on YouTube is guaranteed as long as you just stay. And especially with such a dynamic personality and somebody who's touching so many people in positive ways all the time that I witness the Keto Girl when I'm in your live streams and things like this, I think you're going to do just fine. It's just the frustrations are something that comes along with it, and it literally comes down to if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It doesn't have to be terrible. It doesn't have to be awful, but it is work. We all have to go through it, and some people, get treated more fairly than others by the algorithm. There's really no way to do anything about that. But one of the things that can be done, like Tuber Chat, for instance, as I've been connecting with people over the last several months to try to build up, tons and tons of my comments have gone to spam. They're not. I write out complete sentences and everything else, but it's just because YouTube is on to what I'm doing, basically, that they don't want to favor somebody that's aggressively trying to get people like that. As the channel grows and becomes much more solid and gets more genuine people coming through, I'm sure that will improve, and I think that's the way for everybody. So it's unfortunate. And then for people who connect, and like you said, sometimes you connect and then the connection drops. You don't have the subscriber anymore. We've seen that even in our live streams here on Tuber Chat. People have come by. I know I'm subscribed to them, but the subscription is not there, and I have to do it over again. But, it happens, unfortunately, more often than we wish. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting with each other. Just trying to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Our 98 Drans is asking, are streams best for watch hours? So they can be. Forgive me, Sister Diva, because I really didn't say anything about your channel yet. I'll do it in one moment. I just got caught up with those questions. Are streams best for watch hours? They can help. So what YouTube does, if you can imagine, you come into my live stream, for instance, right now, and you stay for hopefully a while, but let's say an hour. Some people even stay for an hour and a half. It's not fair that you get only one view for having somebody there for so long. So you actually get rewarded. The creator gets rewarded multiple views. I don't know the truth about the calculation. I'm sure somebody could figure it out. Maybe people already have, for how long you have to be there to get another credit for a view. But you definitely get watch time. So if you're here for an hour, basically you can bet that I would get an hour of watch time. Now the truth is, with almost every live stream I've ever seen, and for those of you who don't know, I am a professional manager. I manage other channels for other people as well. When I go through all of this stuff, the number of watch hours you think you get and the number of watch hours that YouTube shows you when you first finish a live stream, they take some away before it settles itself down in the analytics. And we don't really know the 100% the reason for that, but I think they factor in how active people are, because they could be on to the idea that you might come into the live stream, you might say, okay, Kevin, I've got to go, but I'm going to let you run. And then that's the last message you leave. You leave the live stream running for an hour. They may not credit me with the full hour just because you had it on. I may not be right about that. I'm just saying that's my thought based on everything that I do know. But YouTube always purges and seems to... Well, first of all, there's no ways to cut corners. I haven't had a successful story yet where somebody's tried to cut corners and been successful with it. And it's not that. It's not that anybody wants to do that. It's just that sometimes it's very frustrating because you think you're getting closer and closer and closer, but it seems to be farther away the closer you get. The truth is, you're going to get there anyway. The best advice is to put out quality content. Minutes matter most. The longer somebody's watching is what impacts the algorithms more than anything else. So do as much learning as you can, do as much trial and error as you can. Read your analytics so that you can go back and learn what you're doing right and do more of that. There's not a lot of answers that are exactly the same for every creator out there. And I know it's frustrating to hear that too, when people say, I just want you to tell me how to do it and I'll do it. And then it's not the same for Sister Diva, it's not the same for the Keto Girl, it's not the same for Tuber Chat, not the same for everybody. But by looking at your own channel and seeing what you did right, finding your most popular videos and mimicking that behavior, you can find yourself moving faster. So Sister Diva has been back with us again and again, so thank you very much. I'm sorry that you came in a little bit late here. It's fine. We're going to be back again tomorrow and Monday at the same time. We're still going to go on for a few more minutes here right now. Oh, thank you very much, Keto Girl. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I just want to make a note for myself because I certainly don't want to forget anything. What the Keto Girl's talking about is the featured channels list on the front page. Like here, like Nails by Nicole has, she's got Tuber Chat featured. That's what the Keto Girl's talking about. So it speaks volumes, and it's an easy arrangement to make with creators if you want to. So if you have featured Tuber Chat on your channel or myself personally and I don't know about it, then please let me know so that I can make sure that I return the favor. And then I'll remind everybody as well that we're trying to help everybody as much as we can. And whether we're live streaming or if we're off the stream, we want to be able to maximize your impact as well. So you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. Soon we'll have Pinterest and Tumblr and many other places. And the best thing that I can get you to do is sign up for the email list at tuberchat.com, and I'll give you a quick look. What this will allow me to do is to keep you informed about everything we're doing at TuberChat as we're doing it. It's very simple. You put your email address in and subscribe. It will send you confirmation to make sure you actually want to subscribe. It's that simple. And then I can inform you about everything we're doing at TuberChat, all the different social channels and all the different things we're going to do to help with watch hours and everything else. And then as well, I'll direct you to all of our social networks where we want to feature creators, generous creators that do more for others than they expect to have done for them. I want to be able to reward them across all of our social media networks, and I'm looking for creators to feature right now. We've done a tiny bit of featuring so far, nothing like what we're expecting. We want to put a lot of focus on creators, but we have done a little bit so far with creators like the Chit Chat Queen, It's Me Once, Then Yes Honey, and others, and we want to continue that. So this is the best way to connect, is through the email list at tuberchat.com, and then we can get more channels featured and start to really expand the audience. What I want to do is make sure that when newcomers are coming in, people who haven't been with TuberChat before, I'm sending them to the right people to help grow their channel. What I really wish is for anybody new starting YouTube now, it's going to be easier for them than it was for us. And for those of you who've even been at this longer than I have, easier for them than it was for you, and easier than it was for me. I had a lot of help. I had people helping pull me along and push me when I needed to be pushed over the last few months, and I want to do the same for other people. And this way, we're trying to build a community of generous creators like this that are like-minded and want to help others. And so hopefully we'll have a great impact on people and watch a lot of channels grow together. So thank you, everyone, for coming in and visiting with TuberChat again. I'm going to wrap up the live stream for now. We will be back tomorrow and on Monday. I'm just going to see who's streaming right now that I can send everybody to. I feel so embarrassed when I forget to raid anybody. Let's see who's on that we can hand to. Lady Coach Explores, maybe. Vern's Junk Closet is where we're going. Let me get this here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to drop a message from my personal channel in the link. And I'm going to, drop a link in the chat a few times here. And then if you don't mind, go over to that link if you want to keep connecting with people. And just mention that it's a TuberChat raid, the way I've typed it out here. And let Vern's Junk Closet know. And I'll appreciate that. She's a great friend and somebody who will help you grow your channel. And I'll see you over there, and we'll have a good time. She's a generous and wonderful supporter and creator, and you'll want to know her if you don't already. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again tomorrow and on Monday. Make sure you've got the bell notifications on so that you don't miss it.